I did. So we was in Afghanistan real quick. So we live in these connexes, right? These shits is like just sheds with like air conditioning built in. Nigga, and the air conditioner is only operated by a remote. When I moved out the room, I put the heat on blast and took the remote.
This boy here.
This nigga wouldn't even come get it. This nigga sent another nigga to ask me for it. I said, hell no. He want this motherfucker. He gotta come get it.
What type of shit is it?
Hey man, you that much of a bitch. You gonna send that heat? I said, man, you pussy.
That's some pussy shit right there.
You mad pussy. That's what you get for snitching, you bitch ass nigga. That's how I handle snitches. How do you handle snitches? Leave the comments below, nigga.
Man, that's crazy.
Blues, nigga. Run it.
What is the punishment for snitching? I think there's niggas is getting away with it because there's no consequences.
It depends on what
niggas is walking around with no
snitching. It depends on what organization you in, bro.
Yeah, like do you beat a nigga up at work for snitching? Like you can't do that shit.
You don't have no job.
I almost did that shit.
I have to.
No, so check this out, right?
Oh,
this is a real story. But I was in the army, so I couldn't get fired.
I wouldn't with mine.
Yeah, so check this out, right? So we was in Afghanistan. Yeah, this is when I was in Afghanistan. And I had gone to like 2 roommates because both of them niggas got sent home, right? So long story short, I ended up being roommates with this one white dude. His name is Jared Honor. And that is his real name. I don't give a fuck about hiding identities. Fuck your bitch ass, nigga. If I see him today, yeah, man. Fuck that nigga.
You should stop holding grudges.
Yeah, listen, I'm not upset. I'm just like, yo, if I see you,
what's happening if you're not upset?
Fuck them niggas. Like you can.
I'm gonna let you tell this story.
You can
ask you these questions.
You can say fuck a nigga and not give a fuck about a nigga, but still, if you seen that nigga, be like, I don't fuck with you, bitch ass nigga.
I think when you said fuck that nigga, that means you don't give a fuck about that nigga.
Yeah, fuck this nigga. I don't give a fuck about giving up this nigga identity. His name is Jared Honor. Anyway,
twice.
So I'm living with this nigga. We working on opposite shifts, right? And I'm thinking everything cool. Like I don't know. We don't necessarily talk, but he worked day shift. I work night shift. I don't got no issue. Like you do your thing. I do mine. Stay on my side. You stay on your side. Everything cool. I get like my first line supervisor. He pulls me aside one day. He's like, hey, man, have you talked to Honor? I was like, what do you mean? He's like, well, has he ever said anything to you? I'm like, no, not really. What are you talking about? He's like, well, you probably need to have a conversation with him. And I'm like, all right. I didn't get it. Like, we worked opposite shifts, so I didn't really see him. And I'm like, talk to this nigga about what? So some time passed. My first sergeant pulls me in. And he's like, hey, Honor says you keep the room dirty and you don't clean up or you like got all this shit or something. And I'm like, huh? He's like, have you ever? I'm like, what the? I was like, first of all, I don't know what you're talking about. Second of all, I'm finna go slap the shit out of this nigga. Cause what is you, like this nigga done went to the first sergeant talking some shit. Nigga ain't never approached me not one time. So fast forward, I was like, nah, I don't know what you're talking about. Fast forward a little bit, first sergeant comes to my room, does an inspection. My shit clean, his side dirty. Right. So he's like, oh, this is why we had to do it because he said this. And then my first sergeant was black because he was like, listen. I told my first sergeant, like, I'm going to be real with you. I'm finna go slap the shit out this nigga. And he was like, nah. He was a black dude. He's like, nah, you can't do that. We just going to move you out, yada, yada, yada. Yo, from that point on, I bullied the shit out this nigga. Like, I know you pussy because you can't talk to me like a fucking man. Like, my thing is, if you got a problem with somebody at any capacity, you should take it up with them first.
Right.
Like, you teach your kids to handle that shit face to face before you go tell a teacher.
But have you ever been in a situation where you got told on when the person that told on you was the aggressor at first?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, so I had a situation, not quite like that, but it was a work situation.
Yeah, I slapped this nigga food out of his hand and he ain't do nothing.
Why you do that, bro?
Cause I wanted him to step to me so I could have a justification to whoop this nigga ass. But he would never do it. And I just wanted to see how pussy you really was. And I slapped that nigga whole breakfast out of his hand, and he just watched it and picked it up. And I was like, all right, man, I'm gonna leave you alone because you that pussy. I did. So we was in Afghanistan real quick. So we live in these connexes, right? These shits is like just sheds with like air conditioning built in. Nigga, and the air conditioner is only operated by a remote. When I moved out the room, I put the heat on blast and took the remote.
This boy here.
This nigga wouldn't even come get it. This nigga sent another nigga to ask me for it. I said, hell no. He want this motherfucker. He got to come get it.
What type of shit is it?
Hey, man, you that much of a bitch. You gonna sit in that heat? I said, man, you pussy.
That's some pussy shit right there.
You mad pussy. That's what
it.
you get for snitching, you bitch ass nigga. That's how I handle snitches. How do you handle snitches? Leave the comments below, nigga.
Man. That's crazy. But my situation was like totally different than that. I ain't knocking motherfucker breakfast out of his hand or nothing.
That nigga went home.
I was working in a warehouse, bro.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, I don't work there no more. I tell you, I was working at Sherwin-Williams, bro.
The patient, yeah.
Yeah, bro. That's like a fucking slave ship.
Man, all the motherfuckers.
But anyway, I was working there, bro, and you used to be on these fucking pickers. Like these like cherry pickers where like these machines that go lift all the way up to about 20 feet in the motherfucking air or whatever. And they got these fucking horns on these hoes, and these motherfuckers just loud as hell. So this white boy that was in front of me. So I'm honking my shit, because that's the only way you get around in the warehouse. You do not walk in that bitch. You on these little fucking cart things that just motorized. So this motherfucker's in front of me, and I honk. And this son bitch, you know how he just turn around and look at me like, hey, fuck you. Because he talking to another guy.
Yeah.
So I hug again. Before you know, this time it's like, hey, what you want to do? Like, what the fuck? It kind of threw me off, bro. Because I wasn't taking it there, you know what I mean? I'd be like, yeah, let me get through. What the fuck you want to do? I was like, hey. Before I knew it, bro, I jumped off my motherfucking picker. I jumped on this motherfucking picker with him. Like, who the fuck you talking to, bro? Man, before I knew, he said, you better get off my damn picker. I swear to God, I put this on everything, bro. True story. You better get off my damn picker. So I got off the fucking picker, bro. And this motherfucker drove his picker all the way to the motherfucking office and fucking told on me, nigga. And nigga, they called me to, hey, you ever trying to fight guys and shit? What the fuck? I was like, what? This motherfucker asked me what I want to do. I say, man, bro. So that type of snitch, you know, I wish I could have caught him on the street. For real. Cause I would cause that shit, I was like, all right, bro. That's some bullshit.
Yeah.
And that go back to privilege.
Bruh, this same, I feel like that's the common thread. Like, a motherfucker will provoke you and then play victim.
Bro, and I get it all the time, man. That's what I'm saying, man. Like we always get provoked. Or we can never react to somebody provoking us. But if we provoke them, or they can react any way they want.
Man, that's
even if they're not provoked. They still react any way they want. You seen it today.
Nigga.
10 years. He wasn't provoked.
Okay, so I had this incident in school, right? And we're cool now. But when I was in grad school, like we would meet like one day a week, but we was making films. Like I was in film school, so like our grad class would only meet once a week. But if we were shooting or like doing a bunch of shit, we didn't really have to go to class.
Right.
So like it was one week. I had talked to everybody, like everybody else in the class. Well, not literally everybody. That was this nigga tried to get me on my verbiage, but I was like, I talked to everybody. I was like, yo, are we having class this week? And people were like, I don't know. So in an email, some CC shit, I was like, they were sending like, yo, or a group text or whatever. It was like, we're having class. I was like, oh, I thought I talked to everybody. Everybody agreed that we wasn't having class. Mm-hmm. And it was like, no, we're having class. So I show up And he's like, this is in front of everybody. He was like, so who authorized you to cancel class? And I'm like, huh? I was like, nah, it was a misunderstanding. I talked to everybody. I thought we wasn't having class. That was my bad. He was like, no. That wasn't a mistake. You took it upon yourself to try to cancel class. And I'm like, I'm apologizing the whole time. I'm like, nah, my bad. It was miscommunication. It was a misunderstanding. My bad, man. And he just keeps going. And I'm like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, listen, man, I don't know what you want me to say. I done already said my bad. I don't know what else you want. He's like, no, you. And me, I got a loud voice anyway. And the fact that I'm 6'4", a 6'4" nigga with a loud voice, then it becomes, I said, hey man, listen, I don't know what you want me to say. I done already apologized. We can move on, please. Hey man, calm down.
Oh, that pisses me off.
Why you getting so loud?
Does that piss you off?
Boy, that shit
pisses me the fuck
that
off.
made me want to fight a nigga.
Yeah, that made me want to
fight for real.
Like for real.
Because you playing with me.
Yes, I can't stand that shit. Calm down. What the
fuck you mean calm down? I done started this conversation calm and you still going. Yeah, like bruh. And at that point I was like, I had to walk out. I was like, all right, man, whatever. I'm physical. Y'all go about it. And it's that same shit of like, are you purposely trying to get me out of character so you can say I'm a being? Because it's like I purposely avoid constantly in my life trying not to be a nigga. When I seem like you want me to be a nigga. Now, if you want me to be a nigga, we can be a nigga. But I don't be trying to take it there, man.
Like I said, we can't have outbursts. If we have outbursts, we oh my God. Who is this guy? Who's this guy?
Then I'm threatening. I'm intimidating.
But they bring us to the outburst on purpose so they can do that. So they can play victim.
I don't know if you remember I told you I had to check the dude at Burger King.
Yeah, I think you may have told me the story. You probably did.
I'm having a conversation with somebody else. We not even laugh. Like it was the situation and the person was just talking to me like, hey, blah, 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 blah. Then the white dude was like, hey, man, can y'all calm down or be quiet? I just looked at him. I was like, man, what's this conversation over with? And my brother worked there, so soon as the conversation was over with, I'm like, man, do you work here? Just so I wouldn't get him fired. He like, no, I don't. I like, well, you need to shut your motherfucking ass up. Nobody motherfucking talk to you. Sit your motherfucking ass down and eat your motherfucking breakfast. What are you talking to, man? We ain't disturbing the peace. You just want to say something. You know what I'm saying? Okay, like what you said. All right, you want a nigga, here I go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Got it, exactly, man. Sit your bitch ass down and enjoy them French toast sticks, motherfucker. Before I come over here and flip your chair, stomp your mouth. R.I.P. Charlie Murphy.
Fuck your couch, nigga.